What if the most luxurious resort complex in South Korea has just made a decision that could change the global landscape of luxury branding forever? And what if Kim Taehyung, yes, the enigmatic artist whose presence alone can shift cultures, has just been chosen as its global ambassador? Before we dive into this unbelievable revelation, make sure you tell us in the comments what moment of Taehyung's journey surprised you most. Tap like if you want more breaking updates like this, and subscribe so you never miss a story this monumental. Full news article, narrative only. No bullet points, 2,000 plus words. Clickbait plus emotional plus clues plus twists, realistic tone. No one could have predicted that a quiet morning in Incheon would suddenly transform into one of the most talked about moments in South Korea's luxury industry. It began as a whisper, a rumor too bold to believe, had Paradise City, the famed luxury resort complex near Incheon International Airport, chosen Kim Taehyung as its new global ambassador. At first, it sounded like the kind of speculation fans love to circulate, an exciting possibility, but nothing more. Yet the more the whisper grew, the harder it became to ignore, until finally, the truth emerged with the force of breaking lightning. Kim Taehyung, the artist known for redefining elegance and creative identity, had officially been selected as the global ambassador for Paradise City. The reveal felt less like an announcement and more like a cultural moment unfolding in real time. People asked the same question across social media. Why Taehyung? Why now? What did Paradise City see in him that no other luxury resort had recognized before? But perhaps the real question was this: what does this partnership mean for the future of luxury branding in South Korea and beyond? Because when Kim Taehyung steps into a project, the world doesn't just watch, it adjusts. Before the news confirmation, fans noticed subtle clues. Weeks before, tiny details that didn't seem connected at the time. A photographer spotted Taehyung near Incheon, wearing an understated but impossibly stylish ensemble that screamed secret schedule. A staff member from a lifestyle magazine posted cryptic captions about an A-list project involving a global cultural icon. A stylist hinted about preparing outfits that match a luxury environment in an unexpected way. None of these hints pointed anywhere specific, but together they painted an intriguing picture, one that became clear only after the official announcement dropped. Paradise City, celebrated for its fusion of art, high-end hospitality, entertainment, and architecture, has always been a playground for the elite. Its vision was not just to be a resort, but to represent a cultural masterpiece. And choosing Taehyung, a figure whose artistry consistently blurs the line between music, fashion, and visual storytelling, was not merely a marketing strategy, it was a declaration. The resort had chosen someone who embodied the very concept of luxury, reimagined through emotion, culture, and artistic depth. The emotional reaction from fans was immediate and powerful. Many expressed how this partnership felt strangely personal, as if they were witnessing a milestone that rewarded Taehyung's years of artistic evolution. Some described tears of pride, others shared heartfelt messages about how far he had come and how this role perfectly captured his aura. Yet, what made this announcement even more striking was the unexpected twist. Paradise City admitted that Taehyung had been their ideal choice for years, quietly observing him, waiting for the precise moment when both his personal artistry and their brand vision would align. And align they did. In the official reveal, Paradise City described Taehyung not simply as a public figure, but as a living embodiment of modern luxury. They highlighted his duality, elegance and warmth, sophistication and authenticity, artistry and humility as qualities that define the next generation of global cultural leaders. This wasn't just a partnership, it was a statement about the future of luxury, hospitality and industry, increasingly shaped by personalities who offer substance, not just style. But what truly shocked audiences were the behind-the-scenes stories that surfaced shortly after. Staff members from the production team recounted how Taehyung arrived early for every shoot, spending time studying Paradise City's architecture, the textures of its interiors, the curves of its art installations, the tone of its lighting. and even the natural sounds of its open spaces. They described how he would run his fingers along the marble walls, observe the shadows of sculptures, or pause silently in an art corridor as if absorbing the emotion behind each piece. One creative director admitted something remarkable. Taehyung didn't treat the shoot like a job, he treated it like a canvas. He wasn't just representing Paradise City, he was interpreting it, and that interpretation became part of the magic. The early preview, images still unreleased to the public, were described as breathtaking. One staff member said Taehyung's presence turned the resort's private villa pool into a living stillness, as if the water paused out of respect. Another mentioned that when Taehyung walked across the gold-unlit lobby, it seemed less like a promotional moment and more like a scene from an art film. And then came the emotional twist that this project wasn't only about brand identity, but also about personal significance. According to a team member, Taehyung expressed how meaningful it was for him to collaborate with a Korean luxury destination that blends culture, creativity, and emotion. For him, Paradise City wasn't merely a backdrop, it was a space that felt aligned with his own artistic philosophy. He appreciated how the resort integrated galleries, installations, and design moments with hospitality, something he described as a living museum of modern Korean aesthetics. Fans couldn't stop talking about one particular detail. During the filming, Taehyung requested a few minutes alone inside the Paradise Art Space, the resort's iconic contemporary art museum. He reportedly wandered the room slowly, soaking in each artwork with quiet fascination. A staff member recalled him whispering, "This place feels like storytelling without words." That line became a sensation online, sparking emotional reactions from fans who believed it captured Taehyung's own artistic soul. But the emotional impact of the announcement didn't stop there. International media began analyzing the significance of the partnership, pointing out how rare it is for luxury resorts to choose a singular global ambassador, and rarer still for them to choose an artist known primarily for emotional storytelling, rather than traditional luxury modeling. Analysts called it a bold move, a brilliant alignment, and a strategic decision that would likely shift tourism dynamics, elevate Korean luxury branding, and set a new standard for ambassador partnerships. Meanwhile, Paradise City's website reportedly crashed temporarily due to the sudden surge of visitors after the reveal. Social media exploded with millions of posts, edits, fan celebrations, and emotional reflections. The resort's name trended globally, not because of a marketing stunt, but because Taehyung's influence had once again demonstrated its unparalleled reach. And yet, in the midst of the excitement, many fans found themselves pausing at a deeper question. What does this mean for Taehyung's next chapter? Because every time he embraces a new role, it feels like watching him open another door to uncharted creative territory. And this partnership, grand, emotional, sophisticated, feels like the beginning of something huge. The promotional campaign will reportedly feature Taehyung across Paradise City's luxury facilities, the opulent Grand Ballroom, the private villa suites, the legendary glass dome pool, world-class restaurants, the artistic lobby atrium, and the resort's cultural spaces that blend modern design with emotional ambience. But insiders also confirmed there are additional surprises, planned moments that will reveal a side of Taehyung fans have never seen before. Some describe the footage as cinematic, others as impossibly beautiful, while one producer said with absolute conviction, "This is the most stunning luxury campaign Korea has ever created." What makes the anticipation even more electrifying is the sense that Taehyung himself shaped the project artistically. He reportedly offered creative input on styling themes, color tones, mood concepts, and emotional depth. To him, this wasn't simply a commercial partnership, it was an opportunity to express a narrative, the harmony between serenity, luxury, and artistic identity. And perhaps that is why the emotional reaction from fans feels so overwhelming. They aren't celebrating just because Taehyung became a global ambassador. They're celebrating because the role feels like a perfect reflection of who he's, an artist whose presence elevates spaces into experiences, whose quiet confidence transforms brands into emotions, and whose identity naturally merges luxury with sincerity. In the end, the question remains, why does this partnership feel different? Because it isn't just about visuals or branding. It's about storytelling. It's about emotion. It's about a moment in time when Paradise City didn't just choose a global ambassador. They chose an artist who turns every room into a narrative, every frame into a feeling, every collaboration into a memory. So the world watches, fans wait. Paradise City glows brighter than ever, and Kim Taehyung stands at the center of it all, not as a celebrity figure, but as a symbol of luxury, of artistry, of evolution, of emotion, and of a future filled with stories yet to unfold. And perhaps the real surprise is this: this is only the beginning.